Okay, guys, I found a similar product to what Little Teardrops uses. It uses a gardener stuff that they don't have here. So one of the other videos I was watching on Teardrop build, they used the asphalt emulsion sealer and damp proofer. So I'm going to try that, and hopefully that'll do the trick. Seemed to work good for their build. So, and anyways, let's see. Okay, I did a little drawing on the bottom here. Okay, the fenders that I got off of eBay. They were like 77 bucks free shipping, but they were for 14 to 15 inch tires. So they came down like a little too far. So what we did was we measured where the leaf springs, at the top of the leaf spring where it goes to the bottom of the frame for the clearance, and it was about 2¼ inch. So we put a 2½ inch block on the top dead center of the tire, set the fender up on that so we would have clearance for the tire to go up and down. And then we brought the back so that it was 2 inches from the bottom of the frame on this side, and then I measured 2 inches in front down and then marked the fender off. And then we just drew a line across the fender in the front and cut both fenders so that it would be 2.5 inches below the frame, so that it didn't extend too far down. And there was mounting brackets on the Harbor Freight frame for, I'm guessing, the tail lights. So we lined it up with the tail light mount on this side, right at the base. And there's a lip on the inside of the fender. We made a mark. I used the plate for the brake light mount, and then marked a hole with a pin on the inside of the fender wall so it would line up with that brake light mount. And then in the front, when that one was lined up, I made another little on the back side of the fender, made another little drawing of a circle for the size of the carriage bolt, and went right directly through the frame. So I've got one there and got one there, and then the fenders came with 2 backing plates that came down to about halfway down the fender, or so it was like going to be too long. So once we got them mounted on the trailer, there's a gap here from like the top of the tire to the top of the fender that's about 3 inches or so. So we'll take those back plates for the fenders and we'll cut them right along, like little lower than flush with the frame mount in the back. We'll cut those along there, and then there's a plate, because it's the Harbor Freight trailer that we have is one of those folding ones. So there's just kind of like brackets and stuff in the way at the back center. So we'll just notch that out with a grinder, and then cut the backing plate probably about 3 inches so it fills in the gap in the back, and that should be good for that part. And then hopefully soon we'll be getting on to the cutting the floor, which is I'm really looking forward to. So I've got the Henry's asphalt emulsion sealer and damp proofer. It's 107, by the way. So we're almost there, almost getting to the fun build part. Fender's parts were kind of scary, so I was kind of holding off on those because I didn't know what I was going to do. But it went pretty smooth. So, all right, well, thanks for sticking around. As far as metal detecting goes, I haven't been out much. My wife's car had some issues. It was like $875 worth of repairs for timing belt, water pump, thermostat. And so yeah, it set us back a little bit, and I did something I thought I'd never do, and I took some of my gold rings down to one of the gold dealers here and sold them off so that I could pay for that, so I didn't get too far in debt on the credit card. So that was kind of a little bit of a bummer. For about 17, 18 rings, gold rings, not huge ones, a couple of them are pretty good size. I got paid for the whole repairs off of just that, so I didn't have to put it on the card, which was nice, so I can get back to doing this soon, hopefully. It's been real fun. So yeah. Oh, and a quick shout out to CoinKeeper. I won one of her contests. I was a grand prize winner, and I didn't even know it. One of the other guys Will Hornbuckle, I think, let me know that she was looking for me, and YouTube accidentally unsubbed me to her. So I did the little gear thing and locked it in, so that won't happen again. But yeah, I won a 5-gram platinum bar, which is really cool, and a CoinKeeper silver round, which was neat. So thanks again, CoinKeeper, and I hope everyone has a great weekend, and take care out there. Have a good one. See you next video. Okay guys, just a quick update. I was searching on Craigslist again today, or last night, and for the Teardrop, I was worried because it's going to be 5 by 8 of the seams, because I would have only been able to get aluminum 032 at a 5 by 10 sheets, which would have meant, since it's 5 foot wide, I had to turn sideways, and it might even be an inch or so over the 5 foot to make that bumper that I got fit. So I would have only been able to use half of a sheet, and they were $91 a sheet. So this ad that I saw on there was posted 12 days ago, and it was it didn't say 032, it said seamless aluminum, 1 full sheet, 8 feet wide by 23 feet long. And I thought, oh, it's probably already gone by now. And I sent him an email, and he emailed me back. He still had it. I guess he was going to restore an RV like 15 years ago, and found out that the inside of it was too rotted out, and he had already bought this, couldn't take it back. So it's been sitting on the side of his house for 15 years, and I scored it for $65. So I'm going to have a totally seamless top all the way from the start to the back till I get to the hatch, without no seams, which will be awesome. So I told the guy, you're fantastic. And I was like, well, this really saves me, because it's 8 feet wide, so even if I go a little over 5 feet, I won't have to worry. I might have to buy 2 $91 5 by 10 sheets for the sides, but that's only 2 compared to 5, or maybe more. So I saved a ton of money on this, and it needs a little cleaning up, but it's definitely 032. It's very rigid. So I am super stoked with that. So woohoo! One step closer. And a little quick close-up of the fenders in place. That back section, we're going to put the rear sides of that with rivets along the top of the fender, and then I'm probably just going to bend the metal right there at the frame, the width of the frame, and then just sink that in with the floor when I put that in, paint after it's painted, of course, and then just drill right through it so it gives the fenders a little bit more support. And these brackets right here is where the bolt, carriage bolt through there, and then one over in here into the actual frame. So where it comes down here, I'll trim this off along there, and then trim this. I'll probably just trim it straight down from there. I might trim this part off, I'm not sure. And then get to mounting that puppy and wiring the lights. And then the floor goes on, and then the walls, and then the skin. So, yay! I don't know if I showed you guys this or not. This is also, this was free on Craigslist. A nice fellow up in Los Osos had 7 sheets of it that he had below a pool. And told him we were building a teardrop, and he said that sounded cool, so he gave me a call back, and I decided to use one of the pieces because I figured I had 7 of them to cut out the basic shape of the side walls. And that's pretty much what I come up with so far. Can't really get a good shot of it here on the carport, but it's got a nice little curve to it, a little flat on top, but I'll give it some headroom. This is pretty much straight. It cuts back a little bit along the base. And yeah, so there we go.